things like that.
We reached out, as soon as I saw that video, we reached out to the New York State Athletics Commission, and I got the no return phone call.
Oh.
And then I saw Channel 11 News in New York did a nice piece on the whole situation. They were live at the Warriors Wrestling Training Facility, and they interviewed Chris Levin, the ref, yourself, and Joe Bellini, the owner, using the infamous malarkey adjective to describe it. Only he can use that word to get away with it. How much? I mean, is this attention that you're enjoying now, or is it? Because I know you're very shy, keep to yourself. You speak in the ring. Like, how is this making you feel with all this attention now?
The good thing that's coming out of it is that I'm finally getting recognition for my work as a wrestler. Something I worked almost 8 years for, you know?
Right.
And finally now I'm getting attention to my work. People seeing, oh, she's a good wrestler. And also during the show, having the locker room come out, that meant a lot to me, actually.
Yeah, I would imagine, everybody in the locker room had your back.
Yeah.
That's a positive feeling for you. Now, how were the fans during this whole thing with that whole situation?
I think they thought it was, part of the show at first. At first they thought it was part of the show, but then when Chris got on the mic, and they saw that the match was not going to happen, and they saw, like, as it went on, they realized that this was not part of the show, and they were upset by it. They were chanting a lot of things at the...
Yeah, a lot of things you might want to repeat on the family show. Or just hashtag it later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... all right, well, you know what? I'm in a way, I'm kind of happy this did happen because it brings the attention to female wrestling.
Yes.
Female wrestling, I always felt, it's a lot harder for you guys to get the recognition you deserve because it's a male-dominated industry. And I'm glad that you got the attention, whether it might be a negative turned into a positive.
Yeah.
But now, like you said, you're getting the recognition for your hard work.
Yeah.
And you won't be just known as that, hey, it's that girl that was on the news that couldn't wrestle. It's Bonesaw Jessie Brooks. She's the baddest woman on the planet. And we got to see it personally. Yeah. And I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm sorry the KONY tournament didn't go your way. But there's always next year, as long as we don't have any lawyers.
Yeah. Okay.
We might have to get another woman to fight you once in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe the New York State Athletic Commission doesn't understand how hard it is to get people to fight you.
Yeah.
I mean, they just
don't.
It's
like something I set out to do,
It might be like just the suplexes. They just don't want to be on the receiving end of 15 of them. So that might be it.
Yeah.
So it might be your fault after all. But I appreciate your time. And thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's Coach Kev from Warriors of Wrestling live from Fast Break in Staten Island, New York. Back to the guys in studio.
In the world of indie professional wrestling, Bonesaw Jessie Brooks is not known as a pushover.
I couldn't see a difference between her and a guy. Like, she's a fighter.
She practices and competes with the same energy, force, and shall we say, showwomanship as her male counterparts.
Do you find that they react to you any differently when they're in the ring with you wrestling?
For the most part, no. Every now and then I do get, somebody who may be afraid to hit me.
Which is why Jessie was so shocked when the bell rang a few weeks ago during one of her intergender matches. Not to signal the end of the round, but the end of the match, called by a representative of the New York State Athletic Commission.
So I walk over there, and he's saying, this match can't happen. And then I asked why, and he said because a female cannot wrestle a male in the state of New York.
Jessie's boyfriend, Chris Levin, was in his usual role as referee and could not believe what he was hearing. The deputy commissioner was calling the match off because, in his opinion, a man should not be wrestling a woman.
This transcends professional wrestling. This transcends the State Athletic Commission. It's just the basic point of so many times women are told, you can't do this because you're a woman. And Jess stood up and said, oh yeah, well, I think I can.
The gender-based stoppage raised serious questions about gender equality. The commission later acknowledged that one of its representatives on site that night made a mistake. Additionally, the Athletic Commission's rule book does not prohibit intergender professional wrestling. Promoter Joe Bellini, who has more than 100 shows under his belt, says that's a fact he already knew.
A man can't fight a woman in boxing, which I understand because they're, fully punching each other in the face. Professional wrestling is not like that. So there's no rule, and it's just total malarkey.
Bonesaw Jessie Brooks says regardless of who she's facing, man or woman, her goal is to get their respect and, of course, the win.
Jessie's next bout this Saturday on Staten Island. Head over to warriorsofwrestling.com for details.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the world-famous Englishtown Flea Market. Blue Building, booths 46 through 48. Check them out for all your wrestling memorabilia needs. They have figures, lucha masks, t-shirts, retro collectibles, DVDs, cards, and so much more. You can also pick up tickets to local indie wrestling promotions. That's right, you heard it here on the Damage 365 Radio Network. The Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore in the world-famous Englishtown Flea Market, Blue Building, booths 46, 47, and 48. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Funkenstein Inc. for more information.
This is Eddie Edwards, one half of the Wolves, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio, where the hunt is on.
Do you laugh so hard to other podcasts you're a danger on the road?
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Do you drive your friends crazy going on and on about said podcast?
You're an idiot.
Do you have trouble falling asleep at night?
For 6 months, I couldn't sleep.
If you've answered yes to one or all three of these questions, have no fear.
Here, at After the Credits, we have patented a formula of quasi-cogent opinion seasoned with shameless in-bickering to provide you with an experience that is both AAA safe and moderately amusing.
So join the dueling duo of Robert Kajowski and Norton every week for the latest in trailer and movie reviews, as well as the occasional TV talk. Because at After the Credits on Damage 365 Radio, we believe in 4 things.
Water's wet, the sky's blue, women have secrets.
And that listening to our show will guarantee that your insurance premiums will plummet.
Neither Robert nor Norton can legally ensure a smooth experience on the road. Some drivers are chess monsters. Additionally, neither After the Credits nor Damage 365 Radio can legally guarantee any insurance premiums will go down. After the Credits, however, can be heard on the iHeartRadio app available through Google Play and iTunes.
This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Esposito's Pizza and Pasta. Check us out on one of our fine locations, 930 Route 34 in Matawan, New Jersey, or 233 East Main Street in Manasquan, New Jersey. From pizza and salads to pasta and buffalo wings, we have something to suit every member of your family. Whether you're seeking to take out, delivery, or just want to dine in, let us do the dishes. We would be more than happy to take care of your next meal. Our courteous and friendly restaurant staff is here to meet and exceed all your expectations. We promise an enjoyable experience each and every time we serve you. Try our award-winning Sesame Seed Crust Pizza, the recent winner of first place in the Las Vegas Pizza Open in the Artisans Division. Visit us online at sesameseedpizza.com. For store hours, menus, and phone numbers, or just stop by one of our 2 great locations, you'll be glad you did. Esposito's Pizza and Pasta, so close to eating at Mom's, but without all the yelling.
This is former WWE superstar Damian Sandow, now known as Aaron Stevens, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Keep it tuned. You're welcome.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank again our sponsors, the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, the Englishtown Flea Market, Blue Building, booths 46 through 48. Of course, Warriors of Wrestling and warriorsofwrestling.com. Esposito's Pizza and Pasta of Manasquan and Matawan, New Jersey. Yeah. So that was it with Bonesaw Jessie Brooks and the New York State Athletics Board and one of their officers with a major screw-up during a wrestling event. And, it came back to bite him in the ass. And now I guess their people need to be retrained properly to know the difference between professional wrestling and boxing. Just in case you didn't know, there is a major difference. One is scripted. One is not. So, I just don't get it. It's not the first time she's been in a ring with a male in the state of New York. So I don't understand why all of a sudden one member of the athletic board decided that's not kosher, can't have this match. But every other time it was fine. But I'm glad it got exposed, and the exposure turning a negative into a positive, and it's working out for Jessie Brooks. She's a very hard worker, very great worker in the ring, and very shy. She keeps to herself. That's why I asked her, how she felt about all this attention. But you know what? It's attention, like she said, she deserves this attention. People are starting to realize who she is. And you might be seeing her at a convention at the Damage 365 radio table. You never know. Just saying. Just saying. Let's get a little bit, let's see. Let's go to this past Sunday's WWE Backlash pay-per-view that featured the SmackDown Live roster, and let's go to some of the results. We'll start with I don't want to start with the World Championship. Let's start with the Women's Championship. Saw a 6-pack match, which I didn't know there was a such thing until a couple of weeks ago when they had the male one, where it was an single elimination match. So, which, you know what, I kind of like it. I like the fact that there's eliminations and not just first person that gets pinfall is the winner. So I think this is pretty cool. Let's see. We had the championship for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch took on Carmella, Nikki Bella, Natalya, Naomi, and Alexa Bliss. And it was, at the end, Becky Lynch getting Carmella to tap out to her armbar submission and crowning Becky Lynch, the Irish Lass Kicker, the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion. So congratulations to Becky Lynch. She's come a long way. Every time she got a little bit of push, she's kind of like a female Dolph Ziggler. She kept getting that push, putting the title picture and losing, and it just always something happened, whether she lost a match fair and square, or there was outside interference, or there was distractions, or something happened, or one of her so-called friends turned their back on her. Whatever the case may be, she deserved this, and the fans let her know that. So, the fan favorite, Becky Lynch, your new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Then we kind of went into a backstage segment where Bray Wyatt took out Randy Orton was slamming